Hello, I hope everybody had a good weekend. So I wanted to come on here and I wanted to do like a little tutorial for you guys because I feel like I haven't done like a teaching video in a while. So I thought like brows, it's like obviously a huge thing right now, and I want to talk about it and I want to share because I feel like brows are evolving a little bit. Like, you know how we were seeing a while ago those like Instagram perfect brows? Well, it's like that's not really so much on trend anymore. It's like the more natural, bushy. You know what they actually started doing is like brow lifts. I just heard about this. So it's kind of like, you get a lash lift, or you can get a brow lift. Hi, Christina. So what they do is, see, it doesn't work for me because my brows are very thin. Hi, Cassandra. But what they'll do is they'll kind of give you that like messy, bushy look, and it's almost like I don't want to say permed, but like they put some solution on them. So your brows are they stay very up and bushy. Oh, I got lots of people jumping on right now. Okay, so I don't want to make this too long. So first of all, I'm going to talk to you guys how to shape your brows for your face. So we all have like a natural brow shape, okay? Everyone's is a little different, but if you comb your brows up, you're going to see that you have like a line, okay? So I definitely overplucked back in the day because, the early 2000s was like those awful thin brows. So my hair doesn't naturally grow here, but I can see I have the hair here, and you can see there's like a few sparse ones here. Morning, guys. So what I do is I know that my line probably should be there. Anyways, okay, so I'm gonna show you how to groom them. So I have a wax pot, but I don't recommend, like if you're gonna get your brows waxed, you need to go to a professional and you need to really research who you're going to. Okay, I have a wax pot because I used to be a hairstylist. I do not like waxing them because I always end up pulling off more hair in spots than need to be, okay? So I prefer just plucking. So first of all, what you're gonna do is to shape your brows, comb your brows up. This little spoolie here, this is a Lime Life pencil. And then I have these little scissors. They come in like a little pack of, like you get them at the drugstore, okay? And then I don't have much to cut because I do this often. And then you can kind of go here. I'm gonna go this way for these ones, okay? So you just take off, you follow that line and then take off anything that is standing above it. And then you do the same thing for the bottom. You try to comb them down. This might work a little better if they're wet. Comb them down. And then anything that is past that natural line, just give it a little trim, okay? And then that will help you trim your brows. And then anything else underneath, get a magnifying mirror and just use your tweezers and trim. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys. So your brows should start kind of by your tear duct here. Like see how mine are a little sparse there? Start there. And then they should be somewhat like when you hold a pencil to a diagonal, that's kind of where your brows should end. You don't want them going too long, and you don't want your brows going too far in here. Okay, so I'm gonna start. This is the Lime Life pencil. This is the best. It goes on so creamy and smooth, and you can get a very natural looking line with it. So what I do is I start on the inside, okay? So comb your brows, comb them up. Again, comb them up so we can see that line where you want to start. Again, see, because I want to fill in this part here. So I'm going to start here, and I am just going to go kind of straight on, holding the pencil straight on, and then I'm going to do small strokes, and I'm going to pull it back. So I'm going to try to, can you guys see this? I'm going to try to, this is hard, I need to move my mirror, draw that line. Hopefully you guys can see. And sometimes I use the medium pencil. This is the light. If I have makeup on, like eyeshadow, a lot of eyeshadow and stuff, I use the medium. But if I'm more natural, then I use the light. Okay, so you're just going straight on and you're drawing that line. I'm following the natural line of my brows. And then once you get to your arch and follow this down, you can add a little more pressure here, okay? So we want light pressure on the inside because you kind of want your brows like that gradient. Like you don't want it like one color all the way through. It looks more natural when you have a little bit lighter at the front and then a little darker at the tail. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same thing with the top, but I'm gonna brush the hair down so I can see that natural line. And I'm just gonna pull it back. Gosh, I hope you guys can like see this. I shouldn't have worn black. I feel like I have a black tank top on, and I don't know why the camera picks up a weird shade when you wear black. Like when you wear a black top. Okay, and then I'm getting to that arch, and I'm just following down, adding a little more pressure there. Sorry, you guys can probably see. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this, and I'm kind of just gonna work, instead of going straight on, I'm going to hold it to the side, because I feel like there's less pressure when you go to the side, and I'm making just flicking. Okay, so my brow hair, you can flick up a little bit, because try to go the way that your brow hair grows, and so we can get this to look natural, because we don't want to go like we don't want to do like a big straight line here, if we want it to look a little more natural. So just flick it, and then what I do after is I can just fill in this, because I have some bald spots, so I fill in that with the brow pencil. I also have some brow gel. So what you need to do is really comb these, okay? Comb your brows through, and you're gonna see what a difference this makes when you, like, this spoolie is like your best friend, because it really makes your brows look natural. Okay, so you can kind of see how this one has like some more sparse. This looks a lot more pulled together. Like I said, if I'm wearing more makeup, my brows will be bolder. I'm gonna go a little thicker, a little darker, and you don't want to follow your natural line. You can add a little bit like of thickness to them going up or down, but don't, when you start just going too crazy, even if your brows are thinner, my brows are thinner than I want them to be, but we have to just work with what we have. So now I'm gonna take the light brow gel, and this has a little bit of pigment in it, and I am just going to dust this over, and it holds everything in place. This brow gel is the best ever. It's so natural looking. It comes in light, medium, dark, and clear. If you've got a lot of natural brow hair, you might not necessarily need the shade. You could do the clear, but this stuff is like cement. It's awesome, I love it, but not in a bad way. It makes your brows look good. And then I just take it, and then I brush that through. And make sure when you're using your spoolie and you're brushing product, try to stay within where you've put the product, because it will actually, if you start to go crazy, it will pick up product and it will drag it on your face. So that's the difference there. Like, see how it still looks natural, but it looks a lot more pulled together than this one. I'm gonna get back to comments after, sorry guys. But yeah, so that's basically, oh, and then another quick tip right here, if you feel like you get a little too much right here, you can always take your foundation brush. Don't dip it in foundation again, but the excess on there, you can just dab it right there and dab. Don't rub, just dab, and that will help soften that edge of your brow and make it look even more natural. You can also clean up if you want to get more of a straight line, this is just what is this brush? This is a Morphe flat top brush like that, very thin. Take your concealer that you used on your under eye. Ooh, I think I have shadow on this brush. Okay, and then so you take the concealer and you can just run that thin under there and clean up anything if it's not the shape you want. So then I'm just gonna wipe that off and then kind of dab that way. So there. So that's the brow, and you can also do that to the top if you need to sculpt too. But anyways, I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know if you guys want to try one of these pencils. If you guys want to come over and you need help with your brows, you need to know how to shape them, you need help with brow products, with your arch and stuff like that, come over, message me, we'll get together and I will do your brows for you. I can shape them, I can pluck them, I can help you guys. So anyways, I hope you found this helpful, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.